So this first product is a sewing kit, and it's almost like a starter sewing kit for somebody that wants to get started. Now, sewing kits have been selling really well for me for the past couple months. This one specifically has been selling really well for me recently, so you can list this one, but don't just stop here. Go out and find other sewing kits, list a bunch of them. You will find success with this product in this specific niche. And not just sewing kits, but like sewing in general or knitting in general has been a really hot niche and a really hot, product idea for me recently. Now, this next product, if you would have asked me, when I was about to list this, and I don't honestly even remember what prompted me to list this. This was one that I listed just on a whim randomly, but it was a hit. And not just this one specifically, although this one obviously sells very, very well. It's an Indian painting. Just wall art, wall decor, wall prints in general sell really well, or at least they have for me fairly recently over the past month or two at least. And I'm not sure specifically what that is, but one of the key caveats here is don't just go to like a site like Amazon or a site like eBay and type in like wall prints or wall art or wall decor and list like everything. Sure, you might get a couple hits there, but a better strategy that's been working well for me is going to a site obviously like eBay or like Amazon, or even better, like Facebook Marketplace specifically, and finding other sellers that are also selling wall art and see what's actually already selling. Then go find that supplier and list that product. That works really, really well, but you'll see that once you start doing that, like a lot of wall art, a lot of wall paintings, sell very, very well. Not sure why, but they do. Now this next one is a socket set. This one specifically has been selling frequently, almost once a day, not quite every day, but probably like once every other or once every 3 days for the past month or two. This one hit, but it's not just this one. Again, that's a common trend that you'll see with pretty much all of these products is, once you find a good product, I don't just stop there and like, yes, I found a great product. I list a bunch of other variations, a bunch of other products like that, because typically there's demand for something like that on the marketplace, right? So this is a socket set, like I said. This is not the only socket set that sells well for me. This is just one that's been selling well for me recently, and a good example of something that you should list. This one is funny. I tried to list the other one where it was like does not play well with conservatives. That one doesn't sell as well. It does sell. You could also list that one. There's also several variations of both sides. But this one, for whatever reason, sells very, very well. It's been selling well for me for 5-6 months and recently just picked up again. I'm not sure if there was like an algorithm change that sparked more interest or got this more eyes, but recently over the past 2 or 3 weeks this has started skyrocketing in sales again, and I am not mad about it. Okay, so go out and list this. Just like anything, politics obviously is a hot button topic. As you can see, when the same thing goes with like designing t-shirts or designing like coffee mugs, or like really finding any product on any marketplace that has demand. People want to communicate something with the products that they purchase, or like the t-shirts that they're wearing, for an example. If there's like a logo or like a branded form of words or phrase on them, so by somebody hanging this up, they're basically communicating how they feel and who they are as a person. And that's why this is like an impulse buy product, which is perfect for Facebook. Okay, so anything impulse buy is obviously good. Go out and list this. I kind of went off on a tangent there. Hope that insight helped you. This next one has been selling well for me, and again, same concept, same theme here. This is boat lights, so not just this specific one, although this is my actual bestseller all time for boat lights. Right here, this actual green-red combo of lights. But I also sell the blue-green combo. I also sell the all-blue combo. I also sell the white combo. It's not all the same product, but it's like very, very similar. So again, common theme here. If you find a hot product, don't just stop on that specific product. List a bunch of variations of that product. It's gonna sell well. This next one is a galvanized flower bed. It's a galvanized flower bed, I believe. I think that's what the actual title of it is. Now, this sells well. Flower beds in general sell well, but pretty much, I'm not sure what it is. Galvanized anything sells well. So galvanized coffee mugs, galvanized beverage tins. You go down the list, like just search galvanized. Again, a better technique would be to go to like Facebook Marketplace specifically, or go to a marketplace like eBay or Amazon specifically, and figure out with product research which ones are selling well already and then list those, or go to Facebook Marketplace, figure out which ones are selling well, and then reverse engineer like who's actually the supplier of that product and then list that. But that's, you know, something that it has been selling well for me for a while now, but literally galvanized anything, especially flower beds. Now, this is a cheap product that has gotten terrible reviews, but for whatever reason, people just keep buying it, so I'm not taking it down. It is a rangefinder that I believe is sourced for like $9 or $15, so it's super cheap. If you know anything about golf, my rangefinder was like, I think it was like $100. I don't use it anymore. I use the Apple Watch, which gives me like like you can look down and like see how far out from the hole you are. So I don't really even use a rangefinder anymore. But pretty much anyone that gets serious about golf eventually buys a rangefinder. This is like the cheapest version of a rangefinder that I found. I mark it up, I think, to like 39 or 40 bucks. So my margin on it is literally like almost 75%. People keep buying this because rangefinders value, like you picture it within like $50 to like $100. I sourced this one, like I said, for I think like $9 or $15, or not in between 9 to 15 bucks. And so I'm making a good markup on it. Everybody that gets it is not happy with it. Some people don't complain. A lot of people do complain, or they review the specific product bad, but it sells well, so I keep listing it. Low caveat there, cheap rangefinders sell well. The next one is an electric space heater. Now this one has picked up this past week. I think I have almost like probably 10 sales on this, I wanna say, recently within the past week, which obviously is more than one a day. So this has been selling well, but not just this, pretty much all space heaters, obviously since it's February currently at the time of recording this video. It's cold out in a lot of states, so you know, space heaters are selling pretty well. This is another one where I'm not sure why it's selling well, but it sells well and it's sold well for me for a while. This is literally I think like a $2.50 product, and I source it super cheap, and it's been selling just consistently, probably like, I have no idea, like 15 to 20 a month consistently, and the sales have not slowed down. It has just kept going, and you know, I think I list this for 15 bucks with $5 shipping or something like that. But regardless, the margin on this, because it's so cheap to source this, is phenomenal. It's picked up, and that speaks to the power of the actual Facebook algorithm, right? Like if you list a product, we can both list the product at the same time, the same exact product. And like if your product gets initial views and mine doesn't, and gets initial traction and mine doesn't, yours could take off simply because you're showing the algorithm that other people are interested in it. And it's almost like that compounding snowball effect. The same thing happens with like a YouTube video or like a social media post, right? And so I think that's what happened here. I think the algorithm just picked it up and it never stopped. But that speaks to the power of the algorithm and why you should constantly be listing items and always just list more product research, because you never really know what's gonna hit. And ultimately you're at the power of the algorithm, but the more swings that you have at the plate, the better your chances of actually hitting a home run are. So you might as well utilize as many potential swings as possible.